Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest with me, jrpg, and today we're taking on the Lava Dome. This is the most complicated dungeon we've come across so far, but it has the same rockin' soundtrack as the volcano. Now the first way we're going to go is to the right, and this is our first Hot Wings monster icon, so we're going to attack them with our axes. And unfortunately, I still can't one-shot anything. But the good news is there's going to be a couple of very exciting things in here. Here's our first ninja tile. And me and Ruben are just going to be axe best friends. I also wonder, so the ninja attacked there with a scimitar. What is a ninja doing with a scimitar? Did they think Americans don't know what katanas are or something? I don't know. And here's our first gargoyle. We're knocking these right out. I wonder if I shouldn't switch to bombs, because these guys are actually pretty tough. Ruben can't even one-shot them. Let's switch back to our axe. Okay, not too tough so far, so we want to pop in here first. This place, I'm telling you, is crazy complicated. These are going to be our first vampires. Fangpires, even. I wonder if I shouldn't just... Yeah, I should probably just use Holy. I was hoping to go second there, but that's okay. And I'm pretty sure I can just attack and kill them. Really don't want Ruben to get a turn there. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and top up. And you'll notice that treasure box right up there. That's why we came this way first. Now, unfortunately for these turtles, they are weak against axe attacks. Goodbye. God, I love this song. It's really wild how, like, metal the soundtrack is. Oh, I'm out of wizard magic. That is a shame. What should I do then? I guess I'll just go with a fire spell, see if that can't take out a vampire, but I doubt it. Oh, it did the job. All right, cool. Now, the setter guy, the Iflight, has the same sort of sprite as the Djinn did, but he's much, much weaker, same as before with just about everything else. You see the same quote-unquote boss creature, but it's a much weaker version. And now these are kind of the puzzle part. You gotta chuck your bombs at these rocks, and they go away. And same thing, that's a Stheno. Kind of tough to say. And not a Medusa. So since we can't one-shot the gargoyle, I'm just going to attack that one by myself. And hopefully we don't get confused here. That's pretty much what you spend most of the game hoping, is like, please don't confuse me. And then when you get confused, you're like, please don't cast Quake on ourselves. But for our trouble, we get the life spell finally. And once again, that spell is absolutely fantastic, and it's great to have it, because pretty much all of your companions are going to have the life spell as well. And now that you do too, you're pretty unkillable. That's not to say that things can't go catastrophically wrong. They often do. Do I even want to come this way? I don't know. No, I don't. Okay. And I think I want to go this way first. There's just going to be a couple brown chests up here. Maybe we could use a little top up, actually. Why not? some more explosives. That couldn't hurt. Because what are we sitting on? Well, 92 now. But you do need them for in here, as we saw just a moment ago. And I do love these twinkling golden things. I don't know if they make a ton of sense for a volcano. Like, it feels like they would be more... It would make more sense for them to be in, like, a mine. Like, why would there just be gold bricks around in a volcano? But whatever, I think they're cool. I like that they're twinkly. So we're gonna make a U-turn and take the left pathway this time. Nice, I leveled up on that one. That's gonna be helpful. And hopping on these tiles is a little preview for what we'll have to do later. All that just for some explosives. Now let's get out of here. And on to the next door. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, there are 11 doors out here, which is just insane. And pop in this door right here. There are going to be a ton of monsters in here. So in order to do that quickly, let's go ahead and give ourselves a top up. Let's grab the treasure boxes first. Just to demonstrate that we could skip these, but we're just not gonna. Oh, those scimitar-wielding ninjas blinded me. Is not a sentence I ever thought I would say in real life. All right, now let's hop over this way. We can't make it over here. So we're gonna have to come down this way and chuck our bombs at these. And I'm gonna do both of them because I can, even though you don't have to. And through here... Alright, Ruben's blind. We gotta fix that up. Actually, how many healing potions do I have? Just millions? Like, it doesn't matter. I could be using spells, but I guess I may as well use some of them. And that treasure box you see is why we came this way first. So let's clean it up. And let's grab it now. We get the moon helmet. Let's check it out. It's a fairly exciting helmet. It grants us resistance to fire, which is kind of a big deal in here. So I'm pretty happy about that. And if we go to our status screen, we have quite a few resistances. We resist water, fire, poison, mute, and paralyzed, but still sadly not confused. And poor old Ruben just resists fire, but that's okay. Let's clean up the rest of these monsters. Let's heal up a little bit. All right, now we gotta back on up just a little bit. Because this next direction we're gonna go is very important to completing this place. And if you don't do this first, it's a little unnecessarily punishing, in my opinion. But we'll see that when we get there. The nice thing is that, even in confusing places, you can leave monsters unkilled. Sort of like a little breadcrumb trail for yourself to help you remember where you have and haven't been. Ooh, and I'm up to level 24. Almost to 1,000 HP. Okay, so let's clear up this monster. Now you see that door over to the left. We step on this switch, it will open it. But the thing about this level that is maybe not intuitive right off the bat is that this is actually... How do I want to put this? It's sort of on a sphere in a way, where like it continues. If I were to walk just straight left, I would end up back where I was if I could walk past barriers. So that door is not actually to our left, it's to our right. Which makes sense in a way because we're on a mountain or a volcano, right? A lava dome, if you will. And it would be circular in nature, but that makes this level very, very confusing. I can remember having a lot of trouble with this as a kid, because I was just like, well, the door's over to the left. How do I get left? And you can't. You actually have to go to your right. And we're going to do exactly that. That switch is going to have opened the way forward. Now, I guess I could pop down that. In fact, why don't we? Because right here is the door where we need to go, but there's a bunch of stuff out here to clear up, so let's just get it done. We pop down here, we can find some cure potions. And let's finish cleaning up all the guys that are outside. In fact, there's going to be one up here, right? Yep. And all the way over here, a brown chest with healing potions. Wonderful. Now we got to get back to that door that I mentioned just a moment ago. And believe me, the maze part of this is not over. It just keeps being a maze. Some cure potions, why not? And now we have another maze room, and I think the way I'm going to go first is to the top. Oh, I don't think we've seen these before. Salamans. We'll just hit the turtle with an axe attack. Ruben's gonna crit for 1,300 damage. And I'm kind of glad that happened because something I've been thinking about a little bit with this game, I'm also concurrently replaying, or I guess playing for the first time, Diablo 2 Resurrected. Obviously, I've played Diablo 2 before. But I'm playing the remaster for the first time, and one of the things that happens in that game, or at the very least can happen, is that your mercenary, the person you bring along with you, is a lot stronger than you and feels like they should be the main character. And that happens in this game a lot, too. It's just that everyone who comes with you is so much stronger than you. And surely there's a way to balance that. Alright, we can use a little top-up. But it's just that I think the main character should feel powerful. Certainly not overpowered, but not weaker than everyone else in the game. Now, of course, some of our problems can be augmented by spellcasting. But to some degree, it feels like they lost the thread a little bit, where your sword is never your best weapon, you're constantly having to cast spells, and you're using bombs and stuff. It's just a weird fit for the hero. But that being said, that's not necessarily a completely bad thing, right? Ooh, we hit level 25 and we have 1,000 whole hit points. Nice. But all RPGs don't have to be the same, right? And I kind of think a spellcasting, bomb-wielding maniac for the hero is very memorable. Alright, and once again, we could skip all these guys, but we're not going to. Alright, why don't we go ahead and top up? It does feel good to have 4 digits of HP. I can't lie about that. So while I don't have a problem with the sort of weirdness around... Like, the question is, what character class would you even describe the hero? Because Knight is not what it is. Well, once again, it's still pretty memorable and weird and cool. I'm only going this way to show you it's a dead end. This is something we saw earlier. Not even a secret passage up here, sadly. But I do have more of a problem with the hero's relative weakness to the rest of the cast. That kind of bothers me. But I don't want it to sound like I'm not having fun playing this, because I really, really am. It is actually enjoyable, despite a lot of its flaws. Okay, now we've got another huge maze room. And let's go over here and get this ninja. And what I like most about him is that he's guarding nothing. So let's back up, and we're going to take this way first. And we can actually come up this way, I think. And grab some of these brown chests before we go. Let's go ahead and top up and use a seed. And we'll notice we can't get past these because there are 2 of them. But there is a gap up here we can jump. Grabbing some cure potions. why not? Now, we could head down, but we're going to save that for a little bit later. And come this way for now. We'll worry about that brown chest over to my right a little bit later. For now, let's go this way. And this does look like we're getting somewhere, right? Big old treasure room. But all we get is this brown chest down here. And it's a little sad that the brown chests aren't a bit better. Where nothing in them is useful. Pretty much. It can all just be replaced by spells and seeds. So I don't really love that. And then the limited variety of there only being 4 possible items and then some of the weapon consumables. So I guess you could call it 5. If you were to group all of the consumable weapons into one. It just makes them really unexciting. Whereas in other Final Fantasy games, in treasure boxes, it could be anything. So I do wish they were a little more intriguing. Well, healing potion's right on time, right? Don't want to be blind anymore, but we should probably top up. Because we're coming up on the final leg of this thing. Finally. We finally get to go through that door that we saw over here was to our left, but was actually to our right. Now we have a lava room where we hop on tiles. And I don't know why, but that just seems to make sense. Ooh, we leveled up to 26. That is nice. But what I was going to say about hopping over tiles in a lava room is it reminds me a little bit of like Heatman level from Mega Man 2. Can't make it that way. And if we come this way, we can't quite make it this way either. But there's just something about like hot environments where there just has to be, you know, floating tiles that you can jump over. What about over here? Absolutely nothing. But we're getting close to the final boss. Alright, let's pop off to the left here first. Grab this. And now we're ready to take on the final boss. And I have to tell you, with both of us equipped with the life spell, this dude is in big, big trouble. However, that might not mean exactly what I'm intending. It's the end of the line for you. Because he is not, the Twin Head Hydra is not actually weak to the life spell, but we pretty much can't lose if we can both cast life on each other. So we are going to wreck this guy. And Holy, by the way, is a great spell. So while I was complaining that we are weaker than our companions, our spell selection is quite strong. We can do a lot of damage. It's just that when I'm the hero, I want to use my sword. And you can't really do that in this game. I kind of feel like this should just be a life turn. I feel like there's no reason not to. Just play it safe. Fortunately, we're both strong against fire. Alright, let's get back to casting Holy. But this guy does have a ton of HP. We've casted Holy a bunch of times and haven't even changed his sprite yet. Alright, I think this is another... You know, I really don't want to stop casting Holy, so I'm just going to have Ruben cast Life on himself and hope that it works. There we go. Alright, he lost a head. I like that. How many do I have left? 2? We're doing actually pretty fine. Oh, now he's mad. I wonder, are you still a Hydra even if you're missing some of your heads? Like, is having the extra heads the nature of being a Hydra? Are you now just a dragon? Either way, you're not gonna like a Holy spell. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it, but the last few bosses we've fought have not been weak to life, so maybe I talked it up a little bit too much, but it is still a crazy powerful spell. But it doesn't work on kind of a surprising number of bosses, despite the fact that the enemy flags got mixed up. I wonder if I should just... Yeah, let's just attack. I think we can finish this up with just regular attacks. I could use a seed and get all my spells back to speed this up, but I think we'll be fine without wizard magic. I'm glad he attacked me there. That could have been dangerous. So my life spell came out, like, last in turns. We can both attack, yep. Yeah, despite the fact that we are 3 levels above our, oh boy. Yeah, we could go heal, but we're just gonna cast life. If we both get petrified, we immediately lose the fight. Cast life on myself, have Ruben attack. Well, what I was going to say is, despite the fact that we are 3 levels past our companion, this guy is still pretty tough. Yeah, I can attack, and I think Ruben can attack this turn. A little risky, but we're also almost done with this fight. Yes, we did it. All right. And just like that, the fire crystal is saved. I have to admit that music feels really good. Feels like we've done something truly heroic. We did it! There's 1 crystal left to go. And Ruben says, I remember a person from Windia saying something about a crystal. Windia? Where's that? To the southeast of the Focus Tower. And the volcano is going to erupt and create a new path for us, which is nice. And there's our sun coin. Now we can use that to open a new door in the Focus Tower, and that's always sweet. Now let's get out of here. This place was insane. Just pure insanity. Well, why don't we pop over this way and take care of this battlefield? I'll see you at round 1 of 10. Okay, last one, here we go. The wild thing is, if there's an unexpected attack and both of them get to go first and they cast stone on both of us, we could lose like an ordinary fight before we even get a turn. Like that. No, I won't give up. I feel like they kind of knew that a lot of things that can happen to you in combat are just kind of BS. Oh my god, come on. No, I won't give up. I guess it's like permanently on unexpected attack. Okay, maybe I get a turn this time and I can actually just cast Holy and win. There we go. Wow. So anyway, for all that trouble, what do we get? 1068 XP. You know what? I'll take it. And so now we want to go to the bottom floor of the Focus Tower. To this main area. And that's going to let us use our fire coin that we just got in the lava dome. Feels like the door should be red and not pink, but you know what? I like the pink. And it's our old friend. Hurry to Windia, but be on the lookout for Captain Mac's ship. And that's all we get. We will be on the lookout for that. And we can come out this way, but we're not quite done in the Focus Tower, so let's back up a little bit. And pop down here. This is gonna get us a little bit of a secret area. Doom Castle we're in. How did we get here? And there's just this little area here, and cruelly, later in the game, if you miss this, you'll be able to see it from the other side. But let's take out this enemy here. And these are tougher, closer to endgame enemies. We got a Shadow, a Minotaur zombie that we remember, like, from the beginning of the game, and a Chimera as well. So we're going to go ahead and use our Holy Spell, because why not? Now that should take out the Minotaur and the Chimera, yeah. Now we just have one left to contend with. It can be a little bit dangerous, but... Oh yeah, and they get to multiply themselves? Wow. But it couldn't be much more dangerous than just, two stupid Stedos that can just petrify you. But here we find the Arrow spell. And man, listen to the song in here. Oh, wow. That's our final black magic spell, so there's only 2 wizard spells left, and we have a full spell book. We'll save the Doom Castle theme for a little bit later, though. We'll just get a little bit of a taste of it right then. It's so good. And honestly, it's just back-to-back bangers, right? Like, I love the Focus Tower music. Okay, now that that's all wrapped up, let's head over to the rope bridge. What the... Gotcha, he says. And Reuben, for whatever reason, says, step back, Jerupitus, and leave this filthy monster to me. And it's just one mummy, and it manages to beat Reuben somehow. Maybe it's because I left him poisoned. But we're going to give this mummy the business. Now, I don't have a wizard spell, but I think fire ought to work. Only 278, what? Was not very good at all. All right, let's just throw our explosives at him. Boom. Reuben, how hard was that? Come on, dude. But I love how in my haste I leap over the gap to go see what has become of Reuben. Reuben! And he says, I'm all right. Keep going, and I'll catch up. And we will do that. But guess who? It's Tristram. Your buddy fell, kid? Yes, but he's okay. All right, then I'll take along with you for a bit. And now Tristram's with us. Cool. Now, we don't even need our claw out to do these, but we're going to climb down all of them. Cure potions there. Obviously, we don't need to do the next one. But let's check this one out. And look at that. Nothing. Just there for fun. I love Tristram's theme. Like, our friend just fell and is balanced on some kind of precipice. But we're jamming. Ooh, seeds. Best item in the game by a lot. That is a legitimately exciting brown treasure chest. It's like the game heard me complaining about it. And so where do we end up next? But the Alive Forest. It's like the Level Forest, but more alive. And frankly, I don't know what the meaning of this arrow is. Why it points to the exit. And I think we're just going to take the most direct path through here. Okay, so something I should mention is let's go up this way. These trees have a teleporter tile on top of them. We can't access those, and I don't really care about the brown chest over there. We'll save it for later, so we'll have to come back through here anyway. But they have a corresponding teleporter tile hidden by a single tree nearby them. We can't use this one, but that will be interesting to know for later. Let's get this mummy. Don't have any wizard magic, but we should be able to handle this just fine without it. I think for once, we're actually a little bit stronger than our partner. We're level 26 and he's only level 23. That's kind of interesting. Oh my god. These battles in this game, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to be able to resist Confuse. But Tristan with his Ninja Stars is every bit as good as he was the first time we met him. But I think just for safety's sake, I'm going to go ahead and use a seed, although we should heal first. We just found 3 for free after all. This is our first ghost tile. These guys are annoying, like the, yeah, let's just holy it. Like the ninjas we met in that little area of Doom Castle, these can also multiply themselves. Which is a very annoying thing for a monster to be able to do indeed. Now, if we cut down half the forest, we can get to this treasure box over here. And I'm going to do it just because it's there. The battles we can save for later, but I do want to grab the chests. Now we could go straight to the right, but we do want to go down first. There is something here that is very, very nice to have. And that would be this, the Giant's Axe. Now let's check it out. 180 attack power. And look at that, we've got our final version of 2 of our weapons. Yeah, Tristan's attack power is only 107. Ours is now 180. That's fantastic. Okay. Now why don't we do what we came here to do? Didn't have to kill that mummy, but I wanted to because of what he did to Ruben. I guess maybe I shouldn't blame him for the actions of other mummies, but I'm also going to kill this mummy. And now, before we talk to the tree, I do want to pop over this way. Because there's another tree with a teleporter tile on top, and I guess since we're here, we may as well go get that brown treasure box. Some refreshers that I will probably never use. Wonderful. And here's the corresponding teleporter tile, and let's take it. They just give you very small treasure rooms that have, I don't know, brown treasure boxes, and we know how those are. So it's not super exciting at all, but I did want to show what they're all about. And there is one more that we missed, but we're going to have to come back here, and we'll get it on the way back. So you're the king of this forest, huh? Let us through. I'm kind of rude. Tristan says, I don't think it likes you, and I don't like my attitude either. What's my problem? How about Kaylee? Can't she talk to trees? Ah, my light bulb goes off. Yeah, she must be in Aquaria by now. And you'll remember that we went to go check things out in Aquaria while she was recovering after we had given her the elixir. So now we've got to hoof it all the way back to Aquaria. And you know what? Let's grab that teleporter tile before we leave. The last one in here. And that's going to be right over this way. And let's take this one. What do we get? Some more refreshers. How refreshing. Alright, with that, I think it's time to run all the way back to Aquaria and grab Kaylee, and I think I'll just meet you at Aquaria. We have to take a very long walk to get there. Okay, after walking all the way through the Focus Tower, and it's a funny thing where you would think you would use the water door to get to Aquaria, but it's actually one back. So I need, like, the sand door to get to Aquaria, which is a little confusing. Anyway, let's get in here and see what's going on with Kaylee. And we're at Phoebe's house, and Phoebe is watching over Kaylee just over here. Kaylee's sleeping. Why don't you talk to Grandpa until she wakes up? And Grandpa is, of course, underneath the house here. So we're going to go do that, but it does have the freeze music playing in there, so we're going to have to try to speed through it. Man, this place just makes me so incredibly nervous. But we did save right outside, so we should be okay in case anything bad happens. Now, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming conversation. It is... Things are gonna get a little weird. Okay, we made it through the music, no problem. What's going on, Grandpa? How's the tunnel going? Can you save Captain Mac and his ship? I can't dig a tunnel that far. We need Otto's help. He's in Windia. By the way, who's that with you? Tristram at your service. I'm a treasure hunter. Reminds me a little bit of a Locke from Final Fantasy VI. You don't say. Listen, I recently heard a rumor about some amazing armor. Let's go. That's all you need to tell him. Let's go get the amazing armor, man. Sorry, Jrpg, I'm going treasure hunting with him. Later. And both of them just take off together. But Tristram, Spencer. Tristram's gonna leave us with a little gift. I almost forgot. I'll give you this dragon claw. Don't worry, it's on me. Bye. And we get the dragon claw, which is our final claw. Grandpa just won't slow down. Well, maybe I'll use this bomb to move this dirt. And... Phoebe. Phoebe, you shouldn't fiddle with that. And she runs for it. The tunnel collapsed. I have to tell Grandpa. Take care of Kaylee for me. And that reminds me a little bit of the bombing mission in Final Fantasy VII Remake, where she thinks she used too much explosives, but either way, Phoebe collapsed the whole tunnel. Now, my understanding is that how you use a mega grenade is by just throwing it, but apparently there's maybe a little bit more nuance than that. Either way, she definitely did it wrong, and now it's gone. And once we get out of this freeze music area, we can check out our cool new weapon. Okay, so let's take a look. It does just every status ailment. You've got silence, poison, stone, paralyzed, blind, mute, and sleep. And it's got an attack power of 155, which is pretty strong. Better than our Night Sword, that's for sure. But most importantly, it can do this. There we go, that's a better look at it. It's basically a hook shot, which is pretty cool. And if you're thinking we're probably going to end up needing that to traverse some dungeons coming up, you would be correct. But let's go see if Kaylee has woken up, maybe from the sound of a giant explosion underneath the house. Kaylee, you're well. Yes, but did you hear about my dad? Yeah, Spencer told me. He said I should see Otto in Windia, and I was hoping you'd come too. And she, of course, will. And she also has a cool new axe, and has somehow gotten absurdly stronger since we last saw her. She is level 31. But we get to be axe buddies, even more so than me and Ruben were. Now let's get back to the Alive Forest. And it's a long walk, so I'm gonna see you there. All right, we are back to the Alive Forest. And you know what? Let's take out these two. Because we didn't do this treasure box the first time we were here. It is, of course, just a brown one, so some cure potions. Nothing too exciting, but I did want to do it. And I just have to do that every time I'm here, no matter what. Cool, I leveled up to 27. That is nice. And now that we've got Kaylee with us, we should try talking to that tree again. Poor Kaylee just has to watch me chop down all of these trees. Alright, let's see what he has to say to Kaylee. Oh, great tree spirit of the forest, please let us through to Windia. I'll let you through if you can whack the monsters inside of me. If that's the way you want it. And you see, just a nice please and thank you, maybe sprinkle in a few honorifics, and you get what you want. And now this dungeon is pretty cool. It's all going to be inside the Great Tree, and of course, our brand new claw is going to play a little bit of a role in here, but that's going to have to wait until next time because I'm all out of time for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Final Fantasy Friday.